Hello everybody, welcome back. We're on to game number 3 in this best of 3 for the round of 16 in this last player standing tournament, number 3. It's a lot of threes.
It is, and I have a question for you, EonShiKeno.
Great, let's hear it.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Who does the winner of this game play?
I'm not quite sure. I don't know if the player that he's supposed to play those rounds have concluded yet.
Oh.
So
you don't know the answer to my question?
No, I do not. But you could easily find it out by checking the brackets at lastplayerstanding.com. So
lastplayerstanding.com.
Everybody go there, check that out. But let's introduce our players. We've got Katari, our green Protoss player down here in the bottom part of... Oh, did he scout out that Overlord? Yes, he did. Nice job there. He is our green Protoss player down here at the bottom part of Shattered Temple, who just scouted out his opponent. No, they are close air spawning positions. Is EonShiKeno, the winner of last game. And I'm kind of curious to see how both players are going to adapt this game to maybe change up their style just a little bit to get an edge.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, both these players have done the exact same thing both games with like really minor changes. So I'm really interested to see what these two players are doing. And starting things off, look at this, Katari not going to let that hatchery go down. So you know what that means, EonShiKeno.
Forged Fast Expand. He has a cannon or a pylon at the low ground on his own base.
Yeah, and it also means EonShiKeno can't take his hatchery on 15. So both these players are going to be deviating. Katari going to go for a more macro-style opening, while EonShiKeno can't go... Oh my gosh! Everything I just said went out the window! That's unfortunate.
Yeah, so unfortunately for Katari, he didn't throw down a pylon. Is he going to go Nexus first? I think he is.
I would too.
Yeah, there it is, 400 minerals. Kerplunk.
Yep. Kerplunk. That is... that. Oh my god, that should be the noise it makes when a Nexus goes down.
I think that's the noise it makes when a hatchery goes down.
Kerplunk? Like
it's
that?
Like, or something like that.
No, they should record your voice saying Kerplunk. And they should put it in the game.
I disagree.
If you like that idea, put it in the comments, and we'll make it happen. But yeah, so the reasoning behind that 15 Nexus, he scouts no gas. When your Zerg opponent has no gas, there's very little they can do to put pressure on you, unless they mass, like, I wouldn't say mass, unless they get like slowlings and then they pull their drones. I played in a tournament versus Strife Crow in the Play Him thing, and like it was this map. I went for 15 Nexus, and it was like the 4-minute mark, and all of a sudden like 4 Zerglings and like 12 drones appear at my front door, and it made me very sad.
Didn't get a cannon up in time?
Let me ask you this. Why wouldn't Strife Crow want to go to a later game with me?
Maybe he just senses weakness.
What?
That was such an easy one, dude. Such an easy one.
Logically, if you're the better player, you want the game to go longer. So, Strife Crow, if you're watching this on a rematch, best of 5, just putting it out there, EonShiKeno.
Putting it out there.
Yes.
So,
and this is actually interesting. Look at this. Katari putting down 2 gateways, not taking a gas just yet. So that means he's going to be making plenty of zealots, unless he puts down 2 gases pretty soon here. But it's pretty cool timing. If you get this expansion down, the Zerg's like, okay, I'm going to be safe. I'm going to put down 5 hatcheries because they have no ability to pressure me. But then when you get 2 gateways and you start churning out the zealots, it could be very dangerous. It could get really dangerous really fast. So Katari definitely going to do some zealot pressure here. Still hasn't taken any gases whatsoever. And I wouldn't be surprised if he starts chrono boosting those out, EonShiKeno.
Yeah, and actually he is already chrono boosting one of those out. These Zerglings trying to get some kills in before that that photon cannon finishes. No, not going to happen. Those guys are going to have to go back home. And sneaking out of there. That is pretty close.
Yeah, the Zerglings get out of there without. I mean, the health. It's going to come back. It's going to come back. And this third from EonShiKeno, I'm gonna put myself on the line. I don't think it's gonna be completed. Assuming Katari hits with these zealots.
Katari hasn't scouted the third yet, so
if Katari moves up to that 12 o'clock location with these zealots right now, that hatchery will die.
Yes, for sure. But it looks like Katari wants to kill the rocks first and maybe set up a quick third and then go out for an attack. He's gonna have like 7 or 8 zealots by the time he kills those rocks and attacks.
Yes.
This is odd.
That is a lot. And it's a good... I like it, honestly. It can be really abusive to a greedy Zerg. If they're making nothing but drones, if they're not throwing down the Roach Warren at a logical time, which I don't see a Roach Horn down yet for Katari, which is what you need against these Zealots early on in the game, because slowlings will just melt to them. He also doesn't have speed either, does he?
No, he hasn't even started.
No, he doesn't. So, here he goes with the Zealots. I think this hatchery's going to die.
If he goes straight up to that hatchery, that's going to be pretty crazy.
Has he scouted it yet?
No, he hasn't.
Oh, he sees the creep. Look at his vision.
What? When did he see that?
I think a probe happened. A probe went over there. I saw the probe going up there.
That's a lot of Zealots. Even the Queen's running over there.
Two spine crawlers going down. Those have to finish, and EonShiKeno doing everything he can to delay these Zealots from getting across the map. 3 Zealots chilling, and this Queen's going to get caught off guard. Will these spine crawlers finish? That's the question. I think they will, and 2 Zealots getting distracted by some lings. So these Zealots should have been there about 10 seconds ago, and they would have killed the spine crawlers or prevented the spine crawlers from getting up, and the hatchery would have gone down. But the spine crawlers are now done. This hatchery is going to survive.
Yeah, he did get a Queen, though, so I don't think this was a complete loss with these Zealots. Forced a lot of Zerglings, and now he's throwing a double Stargate.
Whoa. Overlord. Did Overlord see it?
He was in there.
Oh, he saw it. Why would you throw... He's going to cancel him. He has to cancel him, right? Oh, but they're about to finish.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's not good. Zealot's trying to get into the main there, but there's so many Zerglings, even just slow Zerglings on creep. Plenty fast around those Zealots. And, I mean, at this point, iSCrazyMoviN couldn't be happier with what has happened this game.
Yeah, he's in control of it. Denied that first push, sees absolutely everything his opponent is doing, which is very important in the game of StarCraft 2. Sees the 2 Stargates, even sees the Phoenixes building inside. That's a pretty cool animation little thing you can do. And there's 1 Phoenix on the field with 2 more getting produced, and it doesn't look like Katari is going to stop with that Phoenix production anytime soon. And if there's something that's really fun to watch in the game of StarCraft 2, it's Mass Phoenix.
Yeah, iSCrazyMoviN already has Spore Crawlers at every single base, so he is so prepared for this. I don't really know what Katari hopes to accomplish with these Phoenixes. Maybe pick off a Queen and just run away?
Let me ask you a question, EonShiKeno. Are you ready?
Yes. Fire away.
You haven't been very good on the questions lately, but we'll see what happens here. Can a Phoenix pick up an unburrowed Spore Crawler?
Unburrowed? No, it's a building.
I think it can.
I'm pretty sure it can't.
If there's like 4 Phoenixes and they all try really hard.
No.
Yes.
It cannot.
If you get 4 of them.
Nope, cannot. Sorry.
Obviously, okay, you're right. Obviously, 1 can't pick it up because it's too heavy. But if it's like 4, if you can somehow bait the Spore Crawlers to unburrow and just pick them up with 4 Phoenix.
That would be the worst patch change, I think, in a long time.
You're a Zerg player. You're a Zerg player, aren't you?
I switch between the races personally.
Okay.
But he's picking off a couple Overlords here. Queen's going to come out. He's got plenty of Spore Crawlers up. He has so many drones. Even as a... Look at all his upgrades he's got. He's got a Hydralisk on the way. I mean, these Phoenixes are like, where can we go? Gonna snipe a Queen? There they go. That's working a little bit. It's
nice.
Not too bad.
Didn't lose any Phoenixes in that altercation.
Oh, bottom right. The Zerglings are going to force a cancel on the Nexus. What does he have down there? He's got nothing. He had to cancel it. And, oh, that was such nice scouting by EonShiKeno.
Yeah, and that is unfortunate. He doesn't have any ground units, really. Only has those Phoenixes at the north location. Taking down so many drones, losing a Phoenix in the process, though. 5 Hydras on the way. Do you know what's good against Hydras, EonShiKeno?
A Colossus?
Phoenix are good, too.
Yes, Phoenix are also good as well.
Phoenix are good against Hydras. If you have enough. You have to have, like, a bunch, though.
Yeah, they do bonus to light, and Hydra are light.
Yeah, like, it's actually ridiculous how fast they kill them. But... that being said, I don't think there's enough Phoenix in the air right now to deal with as many Hydras that are coming out on the field, especially due to the fact that Katari is losing some to some Spore Crawlers and Queens here and there. So this is interesting. I really feel like EonShiKeno is setting himself very nicely for the later game.
And somehow Katari has more Harvesters than iSCrazyMoviN.
Yeah, I mean...
he did
Katari,
kill a few, but...
Yeah, he's been...
That's crazy.
How do you see that? Control...
No,
Control R?
It's... Yes. Workers killed 13. That's not bad.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. So yeah, doing a decent amount of economic harassment, which you have to do when you get this many Phoenix, so they can start to pay for themselves. Obviously, later on in the game, it can be very useful. Picking up Hydras, picking up Queens, picking up Infestors, and... Colossi are going to be coming on the way here. Thermal Lance on the way, as well as that first Colossus, trying to get that third set up. But it's important to note this third It's later than he wanted it to be. His first third was delayed, which is very good news for the Zerg player. And look at this. He's actually going to push out across the map.
Yeah, he's heading over to the right side of the map. He's going to work on those rocks, but the destructible rock, or sorry, photon cannon is up there. But these roaches and hydras are going to drop those rocks so quickly. Is Katari going to have enough to deal with this? He's got a pretty decent army, but he doesn't have Colossus out yet, does he? I don't think he does.
I think one just popped.
He's going to be able to force field this, so I think he's going to be fine.
Yeah. This is a really awkward place to engage as a Zerg player. I mean, this is a hallway. And as a Zerg player, you never want to engage in a hallway. 2 force fields going down, isolating the roaches. Hydras stuck on the low ground. Colossus should be coming forward. Yes, there it is. So he wants some Hydras to come up the ramp, I would think. Actually, the Colossus can just rain damage from the sky. How are they getting high ground vision?
That one Hydra, like that one Hydra there has vision.
Oh, that's broken. Just kidding.
But there are, he's just kind of force fielding it off here and
he can kill those. He can kill those, man.
He's going for it now. And just take a couple off. He's playing it safe, it seems like.
Why was he playing it so safe? Oh, there's a counterattack in the natural expansion. Roaches and the Hydra's coming forward. There's a Colossus there. It does have thermal lance completed. Cannon doing a decent amount of damage as well. A bunch of Zelds being warped in, but that's not going to be enough. Katari going to have to pull back his main army, starting with the Phoenix, who's going to lift up, I would assume, yes, lifting up the Hydralis. And looks like he will end up cleaning this up.
Yeah, it's going to get cleaned up. The right side, the Hydra are back. But, oh my gosh, there's just way too many forces here. And Katari is cleaning up the rest of this army.
Yeah, I mean...
Roach is coming in now, too. These guys are all over the place. He's totally zerging them. And, oh, he's going to lose the Colossus, probably. Yes, he is. He's going to fall right there. And pulling probes. And, wow, is Katari still going to hold this?
Yes. I think he is. That Immortal is going to be good. But did you just say zerging?
He was totally zerging him.
Where have I heard that before?
I don't know. It's Starcraft. People say zerg.
Oh, no. Okay, I remember. It was before MLG, one of the MLGs, some guy made a thread that said, Storm, here's the title of the thread. It said, oh my god, what was it? Like, it was like StarCraft 2 Zerg, or StarCraft 2 player, or Storm Zerg is going to be Zerg, or Storm. Okay, here it was. EonShiKeno, I just thought of it.
Okay,
I'm sorry for the play. I'm sorry for the hype, but I finally completed it in my mind. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, the title was Storm Zerging MLG this weekend or whatever. Obviously, for Brood War players, that would imply that it has something to do with Flash or not Flash. Who am I thinking of? Who's Storm Zerg? The Brood War. Oh my god!
I don't know. I'm just letting you hang yourself here.
Help me, man. Okay, the point of the matter is someone used zerging as a verb, and everyone was mad. Everyone was pissed off because they thought that God, it was the guy who played in that Code A show. You know, EonShiKeno, you gotta help me here, man.
Oh man, I have no idea what you're talking about. I use one word, and you're like going about something crazy.
This is killing me. This is absolutely murdering me.
Well, after you recall it, you could place it in the comments. Place it in the comments. Look at these upgrades. There's some nice upgrades here on the Zerg player. 2-2 already. He was 2-1 with that last attack, and he's got some Corruptors coming out here. And he may be able to hit these Colossus in such a nice flank. He's spreading out. He's going to go for it. The Protoss player doesn't know it's coming. Oh my god, humanity!
Oh, the Hydra's in the back, but will it even matter? Phoenix is picking up a bunch of stuff. Stalker's doing a lot of damage. Blinking forward, in fact, to try to protect the Colossus. And this is pretty darn close. I think the Zerg player is going to be fine. Yes.
Yeah, those Hydra and Roaches are killing the Stalker so fast, but he does have Blinkies blinking back. He's taking out those Corruptors. Phoenix is now rule the air, but there are a lot of Roaches and Hydra, and I'm expecting a lot of reinforcements on the way. Is Katari going to be able to hold this off? I don't know. He's down by about 100 supply. Oh, this is going to be close if he holds this off. He's going to need to throw up some cannons or something to hold this. I don't know.
I don't think he can hold this off. Keep in mind, EonShiKeno reinforcing with so many roaches. He's already remaxed. Katari stuck at 100 food. And yeah, that creep spread is absolutely...
That's sick.
It hurts to see that. I'm physically hurting inside for this Protoss player because you'd never want your Zerg opponent to get creep spread that out of control. But EonShiKeno forward, and there's the GG. So wow. He'll take it. By the way, yellow was the player I was thinking of.
There you go.
He's referred to as the Storm Zerg. So everyone thought Yellow was going to MLG because of the thread title.
I getcha.
And the person who wrote the thread used Zerging as a verb, and everyone was pissed at him. So EonShiKeno, be careful, because those people are going to come after you.
All right. I'll keep an eye out for pitchforks.
Good.
Okay, but man, what happened this game? Katari.
I wasn't really watching. I was thinking about Yellow and
Katari. He. I don't know if he. Do you think he should have put a pylon down for blocking that hatchery at the very beginning? I think in retrospect it would have made sense. He didn't throw down a pool.
I mean,
so
yes, I would say so. But then there's the element of he wanted to get a really early Nexus down. So if you delay that hatchery, are you able to do that as safe as you would be if your Zerg opponent gets that 15 hatch down? So I'm not sure how big of a deal it is in that regard. As for turning points in this game, I would say that third that was delayed, that was a pretty big deal. And then the Zealots didn't do as much damage as the Protoss player would have liked.
Yeah. He really needed to kill that hatchery to, have a better...
Yes.
And then scouting out the starports with the Overlord, that was huge.
Yes, that was big. So the Phoenixes weren't able to do as much. And then, I forgot what point of the game it was, but on the right side of the map, there was a bunch of Hydras and Roaches coming forward, and Katari just force-fielded the top of the ramp, not letting the Hydras through. I feel like he had a pretty big army. He had a Colossus. He had plenty of Stalkers. He even had an Immortal in there. Also, Phoenixes able to pick up Hydras. If he had just led a few Hydras forward at a time, he could have taken out that entire army. But he was scared to engage that. So, I don't know. I think Katari could have won that game, but EonShiKeno, all the credit goes to him. Some nice multi-pronged harassment, and then some spectacular creep spread. Able to win him that game.
Yeah, extremely nice macro too. He was just all over this game. Amazing upgrades, just units all over the place. Like you said, multi-pronged attacks. I could easily see this guy in Code A, and that's evidently where he is.
He is.
So that's gonna be the end of this game. You give Axel?
Shoutouts. I didn't give. Are all 3 games gonna be in one video?
No.
Oh, I didn't give shoutouts on my last 2 videos.
That's okay. I gave you a shout out on the first one. They'll be in the description for every single one. Everybody will be able to find where you're at.
I'm just trolling. Yeah, everything relevant about me should be in the description, so just check that out. Or you can Google my name. That's easy too. Shout out to Quantic Gaming and to Stephen Bunnell II, because he shouted me out in State of the Game, so I have to return the favor by shouting him out in something that gets less exposure, but I'm going to do it anyway.
There you go.
No offense.
Shout
No
out.
offense,
Shout out returned. Shout out returned. And of course, everybody can find me on youtube.com/EonShiKeno. Thanks for watching.
By the way, stop. Wait, don't end it yet.
Okay.
Were you about to end it?
I'm waiting. Go ahead.
Okay. There's a bet going on. EonShiKeno, why don't you tell him about the bet and how much is at stake?
There's nothing at stake here. This bet is a figment of your imagination.
Okay, so the bet is who can get to 2,000 or 1,000 subscribers first. EonShiKeno is 85 away from 2,000. I am like 50 away from 1,000, and we have to come up with something. EonShiKeno. And by we, I mean the people who leave comments on this video.
There you go. So if you guys have any good ideas for this imaginary bet he has made up.
Hey man, I read your comments. I read the people who make comments on your videos.
Exactly.
They're pretty creative guys.
I read all my comments too, so hopefully
they're pretty creative.
Hopefully they'll come up with something for us. I
think they will.
But yeah, I think now is finally the end of the video.
I'm allowing you to end the video.
There we go. The end of the video. See everybody later.